Hey Simply family, come to you on this fine well, not sunny, but Sunday afternoon. Had a great time worshipping with you this morning and Q&Aing around the whole supernatural spirits and the spiritual realm. Really want to thank you for being part of that. Lots of great questions, lots of great thoughts. And as I was really saying this morning, it's an ongoing conversation for us to have. I think we pretty much got through most of the questions, maybe not in as much detail as we'd like to, but at least we covered most of it and got top line stuff. What I think the best way forward would be to, if you have further questions, or if it sparked off different thoughts, or if you feel that maybe the question that you had wasn't answered either sufficiently enough or at all, please speak to your home church leader, send a message. It'd be good to hear from you so that we can keep looking at this area. Hopefully, if we've got time in your home churches this week, we can continue the discussion around this whole area, so that if there is anything that needs to be looked at, we can do that then. So like I said, please let us know if you do have any thoughts or other questions, and hopefully if you've got time in your home churches, you'll be able to look at it more this week. It is something that is really, really important, because the Bible gives us a picture that the spiritual realm is even more significant or real than this material. Maybe not real is the right word, but more significant and certainly eternal than this material world. And so we really need to be aware of the spiritual dimension. We need to be aware of the forces of evil, not to be fearful of it, but to know that through Jesus in and through us, we can trust and see God's presence and power work. So it is important. It's a real practical outworking of it for us, so that we don't fall into Satan's schemes, but we can walk free from his snares and his trips, but also that we can bring the kingdom to others that may be entrapped by various spiritual demonic strongholds, where we can see freedom, breakthrough, healing, all of those kinds of things. One thing I just want to add to the end of this part is really to say, you may have people in your family that are into spiritual things, and that can be quite, that aren't of Jesus, that is, and that can be quite concerning and worrying, and you really want to persuade them and stuff. And it's just remembering that we can't convince or change people, but Jesus can. And so yes, let's have concern, but when we're talking, when we're witnessing to people that are in that area, don't feel like you've got to kind of suddenly change their mind and persuade, but just trust that God will give you the words to speak when you need to, and the words not to speak when you don't need to, but knowing that it's the Spirit and the power of God that will bring salvation, healing and freedom in those situations. So that's really what I wanted to say around that whole area. And like I said, it's an ongoing conversation. Last thing then to add to this this video is that we have our tomorrow, Monday. It is Halloween, and it is the opportunity for us to shine Jesus's light. So we have our light party at Powwow. Again, everyone, it's for all ages, lots of little fun, food, activities going on. There will be a gospel, just a short gospel talk within that, and maybe just opportunities, as always, throughout the evening to be able to ask questions or even to pray with people. So do invite people along. Please be praying into that day that God's light and life will shine brighter than anything else. There's various other bits and pieces coming out, lots of different dates coming out over the next few weeks. We'll stick it all on the email, and if you have any questions about them, just ask. We've got the leadership training, Simply Leadership, starting. We have a prayer ministry evening that we're putting on, where we just want to pray and minister into people's lives. Another men's gathering coming up. So there's various bits and pieces, but look out for those on your email. That's it for me today. Thanks.